Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
What's going on? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. You can always leave me a voicemail, and I will be sure to play it. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Oh, man. Just when we thought we had enough of that dirty, rotten hack known as Wendy Williams, that no-talent douchebag is back. She's like herpes. She just never goes away. She's always there to bother you and ruin your life.
Wendy Williams wants to hit the airwaves again, with E.T. learning new details about how she's planning a TV comeback.
She's too old, but she should really go on TikTok and do like 5-minute videos. But that's her like boomer thing. I must be on the television set. Like, she could easily hire a team of people to make videos for her. But her ego, she's like, I need an official show.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Here's what we know. That's the TV personality in a rare public outing following months of health struggles limiting her mobility.
You can dislike a person all you want or have been hurt by them if you're Wendy Williams and her victims, but I never, ever wish upon any illness or cancer upon anybody. Do I despise everything about Wendy Williams and think she is a despicable person and scum of the earth? Yes. But do I wish any of the diseases she's going through? No.
There's Wendy out and about with friends Wednesday night.
Wow, I'm glad she has friends. I bet they love hanging out with her and really trust telling her the secrets. Any infidelity amongst the friends, any of the friends banging other people, yeah, they're not telling Wendy. If you have secrets and you're in Wendy's friend group, you're not saying much. You're keeping it hush-hush because you never know when that douchebag will go on TV and be like, oh, my friend Susan, yeah, she's banging a Yankee.
While dining in New York City, an eyewitness tells E.T. Wendy was talking about getting back to work by way of making a big comeback on TV.
But that's her boomer thing. I have to be on TV. You could just do TikToks, dummy. Think about that. You have her do 10-minute TikToks where she just rants about anything. I post videos of me doing board hopping on the weekend at the Bone or me doing Hoppe Hour in the Bone, and it gets 1,000 views in a day. I'm pretty happy with it. Do I want more? Yes. But you can just post any dumb video on TikTok. But all the boomers are like, I don't trust the info that's getting taken from TikTok, yet I join every game and take every poll on Facebook where I give up my info.
Another priority for Wendy, accessing her frozen accounts from Wells Fargo and getting her money back.
But she's not broke. I don't think she's got like 0.00000 in the bank. You know what I mean? I'm sure she has some money, not as much as she needs, but she should be doing a paid podcast. And I despise Wendy Williams. I think she's a talentless dirtbag. She's a wannabe Howard mixed with TMZ. She's hot garbage, but she's talented at being hot garbage. And there's a platform for that. Another version is this show, Hoppe Hour. But here's what I'm saying. She literally could do some subscription, some Patreon, anything, and she'd be making money. But when you're prolonging it and your ego is going, oh, I got to be around only on TV, you're going to become a dinosaur. But if she were to join TikTok, but the problem is she thinks she's right all the time. I'm sure her team and her son and even her husband, because he's got to root for her. She's the moneymaker. Even though they got that bad divorce, they're not divorced. So he's probably wanting her to have a comeback and succeed. Because Sherry Shepherd just came in and took her slot. She's like, how you doing? I'm taking your job for half the money. But like everybody is rooting for Wendy to succeed. So I'm sure they're telling her, go on social media. But she's, no, I got to be on the TV in the hospitals. Because that's like who watches Wendy Williams. It's people in the hospital.
Please let me have access to my money. This is not right. And again, this is not fair.
So she knows how to do a selfie video. So she's that smart. I wasn't sure like what type of social media she does. You know what I mean? Like you look at some of the former football players that have CTE and they don't like know what a period is, but I don't think they ever knew that if they were writing down things or sending an email. So maybe comparing a brain dead football player to Wendy Williams on social media isn't fair. But a lot of times the people that you would expect to be really smart on social media, they're not. So we got to give a round of applause to Wendy that she knows how to take a selfie video. Now, send a selfie video to a full-time production team, have them go in Final Cut Pro or whatever, and then voila, you have a video. But a video of you saying, I want to be on a platform that no one cares about anymore? Because at least with radio, if you don't have the money for Spotify or whatever, unless you play CDs or you have a tape player, if you're down on your luck, it's all you have in the car. And I was truly thinking about this. And this could go with anybody. Like your radio or your phone's broken and you got nothing to do. You turn on the radio to see what's on. So there's always going to be an outlet for that. Now it's just every radio show sounds the same, so people get sick of it. But there's always a curiosity. Even with people that use Spotify all the time. They're like, what's on the radio? Let's see what's going on. But no one's really doing that with TV anymore. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all the platforms came in. And then you have Paramount Plus and Peacock, Stars, Cinemax, HBO Max. You got all of these platforms that are replacing TV. Like, for example, my girlfriend's been watching the show This Is Us. And it's not a bad show. It's got good enough acting, but it's not good acting. You know that like level of acting that's like decent, but they can't get too gritty on an NBC show. But then you watch FX, and that's where they can say the word shit. So they overuse the word shit on any show. Sons of Anarchy, It's Always Sunny, Louie, shit. What the shit's going on in this shit club? You know what I mean? Like, then you have HBO, which is a lot edgier. And Wendy Williams wants to be a part of the generic one, the NBC that's boring, that level of TV entertainment. Because if you like basic TV, if you like your local channels, like you're a boomer. And Wendy's a boomer. So she's also a hack.
As fans may recall, Wendy is in an ongoing battle with Wells Fargo and her former financial advisor, whom she claims is keeping her from her millions.
Yeah. I'm sure she got the best financial advisor ever. I bet that financial advisor didn't just figure out every way to take money from her. I wonder if that financial advisor is somehow related to somebody that she screwed over, because that sounds fishy, man. Someone like her, I'm not saying she's the smartest person ever. I ain't saying she has a PhD, but I'm saying she's not a dummy. And to have a bad financial advisor, because that happened to Scottie Pippen, who played on the Bulls in the 90s as well. And you always go like, aren't you going to be more careful with that? But a lot of times, Wendy Williams is no different than some dummy at a hair salon babbling about everybody. She just got famous. And if that dummy at a hair salon babbling about everybody were to give money, they would be Wendy Williams and they would spend all their money. So maybe we think too highly of Wendy Williams. She's no different than the babbling idiot at a salon that will talk about everyone else's life when they have the most demons. Basically, Wendy Williams is a famous Karen waiting in line to pick up her kids at school.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
This following segment was brought to you by FitSageFitness.com. Let me tell you, Devin Prasad is the best workout trainer in all of the Bay Area. I'm a man of my words. I would not lie to you. I would not steer you in the wrong direction. Fit_Sage_Fitness on Instagram. And if you don't live in the Bay Area, you're missing out. But don't feel bad. Don't be like, oh, I can't work out with Devin Prasad. Life's too short. Life is very short. And someday you're going to be dead. And in that amount of time span from now till then, don't you want to get into shape? So don't worry if you don't live in the Bay Area. You can work out with him virtually, but you got to make it happen. You can't keep listening to Hoppe Hour and being like, oh, I'm going to do it sometime. Get on it, bro.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Well, it was good while it lasted, I guess.
But Sheriff, the glory hole is the pride and joy of Dougal County.
Fella found an even older glory hole 2 towns over. Lord knows I ain't looking forward to telling the tourism board about this.
Such an elegant concept. A simple lowly hole to commemorate his glory.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Kylie Cuoco says she'll never get married again.
Oh, we're all missing out.
Take it or leave it, guys.
The actress covers the April issue of Glamour magazine, and inside she reveals she's sworn off marriage and doesn't plan to tie the knot ever again.
All the men and women and whatever you identify as around the world, you're missing out on marrying this sociopath. No, don't take away that option.
Yeah, after 2 public divorces, 3rd time's not the charm.
Yeah. She just seems weird, man. Like, in her eyes, she's sexy as hell. Oh, I loved her on The Big Bang Theory. She was the only good part of that dumb show. And if you find that show funny, you don't have a sense of humor. If you find that show funny, you have nothing in common with me. You are a very basic person that will do whatever is said of you. So if your friend says, hey, jump off the bridge, you will jump off the bridge. If your mom says, go and be a dentist, you will go and be a dentist. You know why? Because you are a sheep. You think the first thing that is told to you or the first thing that is said to you is entertaining or the right decision. And what I mean by that, how that relates to watching The Big Bang Theory, is when you watch it, it's just you turned on to TV and usually CBS is the first channel and you're like, oh, this is good. It has a laugh track. It's there to tell me how funny it is. Because why watch The Office or Community where there's no laugh track, where I would have to think about what's funny and I'm spacing out? Where when I'm spacing out and having a crisis about my life, I have a show on in the background that has... So it trains me to think it's funny. Because if you're on your phone and you're watching, I don't know, It's Always Sunny in Philly or whatever. That's like the show that every millennial talks about when they explain a show that's not a sitcom but a laugh track. Every millennial goes, oh, I just love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's just the go-to show. You think Big Bang Theory wasn't that bad? Oh, Ryan, you're on another one of those rants. You're going crazy. You're wild today. It wasn't that bad. The Big Bang Theory. Oh, you're being a douche. Here is the Big Bang Theory without a laugh track. You guys ready for this hilarity?
Nothing makes beer taste better than cool, clear Rocky Mountain spring water.
Hilarious, man.
Where are the Rocky Mountains anyway?
Philadelphia.
Really? I thought they were out west someplace.
Think about it, Raj. Where did the movie Rocky take place?
Philadelphia. Okay, now I get it.
And it's weird, too. Like, with sitcoms, there was this corny acting that they did that wasn't human. Like, they're always like, we gotta have a one-liner. Like, unless you're in a room of socially awkward... No, I'm not talking about me. Let me finish the sentence. When you're in a room of socially awkward, self-conscious, sociopathic comedians, whenever I've gone to comedy clubs and hung out with comedians that are douchebags, they're all self-conscious and they can't just sit there. They have to let you know they're a comedian by always making jokes. Ha, 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 ha. Pay attention to me. And this is not about anybody. I've hung out with over 100 comedians. I've interviewed about 70 on the phone. No, about 45. I'd say 50 comedians. Every comedian that came into town, I interviewed them on the phone and then hung out with a lot of them in nightclubs. And they always have to let you know that they're funny. Like, like when you hang out with radio people, usually we're introverts and we don't want to make it about us unless we're like, woo, take off our shirt. It's time to go to the club. Hell yeah. Do you know I work in radio? Did you know I work in radio? Did you know I work in radio? Take off that shirt. Radio people are usually calm. But when you're with a comedian, I got to have a one-liner. You order, let's say, you're at Buffalo Wild Wings watching the game, and then you're wearing the comedian's rival's shirt. So, like, he's a Lakers fan, you're a Celtics fan, and you're wearing the Paul Pierce shirt, and you're watching the game, and he goes, I once banged a whore. I think that was your mom, because you have bad taste if you root for a team in Massachusetts, because there are a bunch of whores there. Like, that was obviously awful comedy, but it's like comedians are always doing routine when it's like, can we just hang out, please? And this is not a slight at anybody. This is just what I've experienced going to over 50 comedy shows in 7 years because I grew up worshiping Opie and Anthony. It's like, turn it off. You don't always need to be funny. It just... hang out, let's drink a beer, let's appreciate life. It's just like, oh my God.
So this is the plan. From now on, we're just going to hide out in here to avoid the shamey.
I'm very comfortable here. Penny dear, why don't you shoot another silver bullet my way?
All right. Yeah, if you think that show's funny, man, you think the fake prank calls in the morning are real, you get a nice McCafe latte from McDonald's, perfectly with its whipped cream and the little logo. You get the latest iPhone every time. You're a basic person with no original thoughts.
Kylie tells the mag, quote, I will never get married again. I would love to have a long-lasting relationship or partnership, but I will never get married again. Absolutely not.
Liar, you'll be married next year. Oh my God, here's my 24-year-old boy toy.
I'm fine with that, forever.
You'll remember Kylie first got hitched to tennis player Ryan Sweeting in 2013.
Oh yeah, I bet that tennis player is over there in another country and he's just banging out other women.
Love being a wife. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like I was meant to be.
But that was 8 years ago when she was married to the tennis player, and then it wasn't meant to be.
The two ultimately split in 2016, and fast forward to 2018, and the Big Bang Theory actress remarried, this time with professional equestrian Carl Cook.
He looks like he looks like if Eric Trump was on Sons of Anarchy, because he's got kind of the grease back hair, he's got the facial hair. Yeah, look up Kaylee Cuoco's second husband and tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Do you think that looks like Eric Trump if he was on Sons of Anarchy killing people?
And Carl Cook.
We're having a blast. Carl's the best.
Until 2021, because this is from 2019.
Carl's the best.
But after 3 years of marriage, the couple called it quits in 2021.
These last many months have been tumultuous. A lot of emotion.
I love how the difference in her voice. Like, she's just dead. This was her 3 years ago. I love being married. It's been wonderful. It makes me like... I'm not like nervous to get married someday, but it is weird when you see marriages like that are so unhappy. And when they first began, they were just hanging out, having a good time, and then they got married. And then they walked down the aisle and spent $70,000 and got into all the arguments with their family. But we took perfect pictures for Facebook. Nothing ever happens when you put 80 maniacs in one room. So what I'm saying is you go through all this effort and then you have her in 2019 sounding happy. I'm going to play this clip of her sounding happy, and then 3 years later, she's dead.
The best. Carl's the best.
But after 3 years of marriage, the couple called it quits in 2021.
Now she's dead.
These last many months have been tumultuous. A lot of emotion.
So yeah, Kylie might not be into the whole getting married thing again, but she's still all about finding romance.
Sounds fun.
Quote, I do believe there is someone out there. I love love. I'm not someone that wants to be by myself.
She just seems like she's high maintenance, you know what I mean? And doesn't put in her share of any effort.
Just love it.
And that love is a theme in her work. Up next, Kylie will star opposite Pete Davidson in the rom-com Meet Cute.
I imagine like she makes the significant other, if she's ever dated a woman or whatever, but like the dude, I can imagine her like writing a checklist of what chores needed to be done. Like, for example, my girlfriend will tell me, here's what I need you to do with the chores. And we split things like 50-50. And I imagine her coming up with this game plan where she's like, okay, we're going to begin doing this and this. And then the husband ends up doing all of that. And she comes home after shooting The Big Bang Theory for 12 hours. And she's like, oh, I'm so tired. My knee hurts from being, from giving oral sex to Leonard in real life. Can we just go to bed now, and you just worked all day on the house? She gives me that vibes, not putting in any effort into anything.
It's cute. The movie is so cute. He's cute. We had so much fun. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Kylie says after announcing her divorce, she suspected there'd be speculation about dating Pete, but that never happened.
Yeah, he's like, you're gross, man. I don't really see them vibing. Kaylee Cuoco, you know what she reminds me of? You know what type of vibe she gives me? And it's kind of sexy, but it's not someone you want to wife down sexy. So you know how before I was saying Wendy Williams is a famous version of a babbling idiot at a salon? Here's my second example of Kaylee Cuoco being famous, and an example of somebody who's not famous being the same person as her, but she just has money. And the example is Kaylee Cuoco is when you go, it's like a Monday night, and you go to your local dive bar. Now, the dive bar is not per se awful, but this is not a good dive bar, man. Like, this is run down. You get beer for $2, and you can get loaded on $22, man. You can be leaving with a 2-day hangover and $22 plus a $6 tip. Oh, man, you had a good night for $30. Any chance of getting your penis erect? Not a shot. But having a good time with your buddies, totally worth it. Nothing worse than when you have whiskey tea. Oh, it's the worst. But Kaylee Cuoco is the girl at the bar who's like, oh my God, life is so short. And her eyes are like buggy open, like it's like bug eyes. And she's looking out and she's like, someday we're going to be dead. Oh my God, do you have a cigarette? Can I get 2 beers? Oh my God, that guy at the bar is so hot. I think I want to bang him tonight. Like, she's that girl that's always in a crisis. You know that girl that's always in a crisis that goes out to bars and gets promiscuous and bangs other people and loses her mind and then wants to get into relationships all the time because she's very lonely. She's 38 years old. 20 years ago when she was in her prime, oh, she was a sexy cheerleader. Then in her 20s, she was hot and she was out in the sun too long and she turned 40 and whoa, she's pretty hot, but she's kind of a little grimy hot. That's Kaylee Cuoco.
And we all know now he's dating Kim Kardashian.
I am so happy for him. He deserves it. He's a total sweetheart, so it's great.
That sounds genuine. Why is that douchebag getting laid? I'm not.
When it comes to the 36-year-old actress, one thing has never changed.
Her personality?
Her passion for her career.
Same thing.
This year marks 30 years since your first acting credit.
30 years? That's crazy. Yes, that is wild. Oh.
There's the crisis.
Oh my God, I've been doing this way too long.
Yeah, sounds like the girl at the bar too.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, Rich Kaylee Master Barbershop is the best barber in all of the Bay Area. Now, I'm not lying to you. He's going to be booked up. He's over at Salon Loft on Kennedy Boulevard, right next door to McDonald's. And you sign up for an appointment at richkbarber.com. But, hear me out. There's going to be weeks that Rich is going to have a good amount of openings. But there's weeks that he's going to be booked up. And you're going to go, I want to go to that one hair place. They have hot women cutting hair averagely. Oh, it's amazing. Or you go to your local haircut place. I got a haircut for $7. No. You're getting what you pay for. You're getting what you're waiting for, because there's a waiting list. And even if you have to keep your crappy hair around for 4 more days, that appointment with Rich Keeley being the best barber ever, oh man, it's going to hook you up with the best haircut ever. You're basically putting in time, effort, and money into your looks. You want to get a cheap haircut and look average? Have at it.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE.
I'd like a $9,000 prostitute, please. Oh, do you have 9 $1,000 ones? Yeah, good. And if you got an albino, send her up too. And like 20 minutes, I'm going to be asleep, so get them up here. I had like half a bottle of melatonin, 6 beers, this whole bucket of chicken. Oh, the Sandman is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. And if you're listening right now on Z Radio Live, which can be found at zradiolive.com and on Odyssey and TuneIn by searching Z Radio. If you're listening, I just want to say, hey, how's it going? Are you doing good? 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Get it? Got it? Good.
Happy Hot Topic.
What the hell is going on with our favorite princess? No, not Kate Middleton, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears isn't holding back when it comes to sharing about her love life.
Yeah, she hasn't been holding back at all lately.
The 40-year-old pop icon took to Instagram on Wednesday to pin a lengthy message.
It's so weird hearing that she's 40 years old. It's like,
where she shared about how she plans to spend time after her 13-year conservatorship was ended. Also writing about pregnancy sex.
Hell yeah. So one time, anybody that's related to me or whatever, turn the channel, go about 5 minutes forward. My girlfriend already knows about this, but go 5 minutes forward and don't listen to this. One time I hooked up with a pregnant chick, and it's a good time, but it's just like, it's weird. No, it wasn't my kid, it was somebody else. But I'm just saying, like, I could see why Sam Asghari is having sex with a pregnant chick. There's something like different about it. I don't know.
It's time for me to indulge into thinking, books, makeup, classic movies, great conversation, and the best sex ever. Sex is great when you're pregnant, she wrote in part. The update comes 2 days after Britney announced on Instagram on Monday that she and fiancé Sam Asghari are expecting their first child together.
I really hope he's good for her.
Sam also shared his excitement on Instagram on Monday, writing, quote, "Marriage and kids are a natural part of a strong relationship."
Not necessarily, buddy. Not necessarily. I don't know if I like this guy.
With love and respect. Fatherhood is something I have always looked forward to and I don't take lightly.
Yeah, that's a little pushy there. And I don't take that lightly. I'm knocking you up now because I'm a man and I got to keep my legacy alive. Even though we're all going to be dead someday, I got to keep my legacy alive. He sounds a little pushy. And I don't take that lightly.
It is the most important job I will ever do. Britney is also mom to 16-year-old Sean Preston and 15-year-old Jaden James Federline.
It's crazy how time flies.
Who she shares with her ex-husband Kevin Federline. Access Hollywood previously spoke with Sam Asghari in November 2021 at the premiere of House of Gucci, and he
was a good movie or event.
Reacted to the support Britney has received.
You can tell that I'm a little out of the loop being around famous people when I don't know what House of Gucci is. Like, I feel like your average elitist would know what House of Gucci is. Me, grinding paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
In November 2021 at the premiere of House of Gucci, and he reacted to the support Britney has received from Lady Gaga since her conservatorship was ended.
Yeah.
I know that Gaga had some great words to say recently about Britney and everything and the support that has been going on with you guys. Congratulations, by the way. How do those words feel to you when you hear so much support, especially from someone who you're supporting tonight?
Yeah. I mean, it's surreal. It's the whole world is supporting and loving. And
he's very directorial. He kind of commands the room. So I could see how crazy Britney would really dig this.
And that's what it's going to take in that situation. So I'm just happy and, just living my life, like I said.
Yeah, banging out Britney.
Will we see your date this evening? Will she be here tonight?
No, we're meeting for dinner later, so yeah.
What are we?
She's going to go down on me.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This has been brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com. At West Chase Printing, at DJ Tone Tampa on Instagram. Posters, business cards, yard signs, whatever the hell you need printed up, the Happy Hour banner you see on social media, that's brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com. Now, if you would have gone to WestChasePrinting.com before hearing this, he was gonna hook you up with a good deal because he's a good dude, Tone. But guess what? If you go there and you get that invoice at WestChasePrinting.com, and then you let him know that you heard about it on Happy Hour, oh, he'll hook you up.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Oh, this little guy. Buddy, if I had a peanut, I'd give it to you.
I love you. I love you.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Now, the most infuriating, annoying thing about life, no, not death, not taxes, but the fact that the movie Idiocracy, especially the beginning part where it shows the rich couple that's responsible, that is ready to have a kid, the most infuriating part is that is the worst part about life. That couple in Idiocracy represents that, where they work their ass off and they can't have kids, and then all these dumb rednecks are having kids. It's one of the worst things ever. Like, shout out to Chubbs, Jacob Day in Tulsa, and Angie, his beautiful wife. I've known them for 9 years. He worked on previously syndicated morning shows, and he defended me in 2015 when I got fired in Cleveland. He's a really good dude, and I've drank with him at the morning show boot camp. And him and Angie, man, they were grinding forever to get pregnant. And then she had some things done, and now she's pregnant. And it's infuriating that really responsible, well-paid people. It's not like he's some part-time chump. Like, Chubbs makes good money. He's a great dude, and Angie's awesome. And they had to work hard to make a baby. And then you have these idiots like Alec Baldwin, they're poofing out kids. It's infuriating. And there's a lot of examples out there. I believe Pat McAfee and his wife. And I'm not just saying this only goes to public figures. Like, I'm talking about you. I'm sure there's a listener out there. You're working your ass off doing all the sex to get pregnant. And then some idiot gets pregnant in a Newport Richie because they're like, I didn't pull out. I mean, Alec Baldwin does the same thing, that scumbag. Daddy, you give me daddy issues. Why are they talking Spanish in the background? Oh, that's right. She pretended to be Spanish. She's a talentless sociopath. kid's laughing. He's like, Mommy's weird, man. She's got no original personality. Daddy murdered somebody.
It's you.
Alec Baldwin is sharing the reason he loves being a father.
Because it makes him feel young because he knows he's going to die soon.
This 64-year-old actor posted an Instagram video on Thursday of his 13-month-old daughter, Maria Lucia Victoria, cooing and giggling up close to the camera.
I can't lie. I hate everything about those two idiots, but that kid's cute. Not that I would go on air and be like, oh, a kid's ugly, because then you get canceled.
Captioning the post with an apparent explanation for his and wife Hilaria Baldwin's expanding family.
Yeah.
Penning, people ask why. This is why. Being a parent is the ultimate journey.
You're on a journey, bro. You're in like 8 different directions. Doesn't he have like 8 kids? He has so many kids. You're on a journey already.
Alex,
if your journey was a spaceship, you had too many people on board. Like, what?
Brother Billy Baldwin commented on the adorable clip, the smile, giggles, joy.
I wonder which intern logged into the Billy Baldwin and left a comment. Because I imagine the Billy Baldwin leaving an emoji.
With a single red heart emoji. Last month, Hilaria announced on Instagram that she and Alec are expecting their 7th child together.
Gross.
She shared a video of the moment that the couple shared the happy news with their little ones.
Bet that house just smells like awfulness.
And penned, after many ups and downs over the past few years, we have an exciting up and a huge surprise.
Yeah.
Another Baldwinito is coming this fall.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Imagine being that shrink doll. You're making a lot of money. You got all the different examples. You got the kids in there. Yeah, Dad didn't really pay attention. And you got the wife in there. Yeah, Alec doesn't really pay attention to us. And then Alec's like, I'm great. I will never take advice from everybody else because I am the authority on everything besides knowing how to use a gun.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment was brought to you by ZRadioLive.com. Z Radio Live on Odyssey and TuneIn. The best internet radio around. For all the info on ZRadioLive.com, you'll love going there.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Someone hook me up with a flame. I'm having a nut fit.
Light him up.
Meat wad?
Here. Encourage him in his habit.
That's a good smoker.
When did you start smoking?
This morning. Where's my whiskey? I'm going to get tore up.
We shall acquire some wine on the way to the mall.
And then you can get tore up.
And pass out in the hot sun.
That's my boss.
I don't think Meatwad should be hanging around with these moon people.
Watch out. Hoppy is about to rant.
Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Let me do my best Scott Farrella impersonation as on April 19th, 2022. How the hell is it 2022? I'm watching the Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks playoff series. 7:32, Farrell on the bench on CBS Sports Radio. Got Trae Young dribbling down the floor, trying to find an open shot, goes up to the hoop. What do you think of that, Mafia? 1-866 Farrell. One of my favorite shows. That's like the only thing I can impersonate is radio shows. Yeesh. Yeesh. You're on the air. You want to talk about sex? Yes. Are you ready for the Shiji?
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Yes. All right, babe.
Does Alex Rodriguez have a new lady in his life? The former MLB star has recently been photographed out and about with Dallas-based fitness competitor Catherine Paget. In photos obtained by the New York
Of course he would date a fitness influencer.
Post.
She wants to be famous and not have to really deal with a personality, because there is no personality in fitness like gurus, because they're all about lifting, bro. So that's pretty easy for Alec Baldwin. She can get famous hanging out with him, and he looks good because he's got a babe, because I want to make Bennifer angry. No one cares, brah. You're gross. Look, you look like American Dad.
Out and about with Dallas-based fitness competitor Catherine Paget.
Yeah.
In photos obtained by the New York Post, the pair were seen jogging in Miami and taking a ride in a red Porsche earlier this week.
Oh, they're so cool. You're in your nice car. You're going to be dead someday, too. We're not impressed.
They were also spotted courtside at this week's Clippers vs. Timberwolves game. And last week, when Catherine shared a pic at home plate at the Oakland Coliseum.
Oh, wow. She's... She literally is the most influencer ever. Like, close your eyes real quick, unless you're driving. But if you're doing anything else, close your eyes, picture a blonde wearing yoga pants in the middle of a baseball field. And she's facing the baseball field, and she's turning around slightly to look at the camera, and you see her butt very tightly in these tight yoga pants. And I'm sure the image that you just created in your brain from me amazingly describing this picture, I'm sure you have the same image in your brain as the image that's being displayed on my computer. She's a basic person. Ooh, I'm a fitness influencer. Wow, you're no different than any other hardworking woman who goes to the gym during the day. You just got famous. And of course you would hang out with Alex Rodriguez. He also is the baseball version of that.
A-Rod revealed that he was the man behind the camera. The ex-athlete shared a clapping emoji.
That's not the first time he's been behind her.
On her post. And when a commenter asked if it was his photography skills at work, he simply replied, yes.
Oh, wow, what a personality. First, the picture just has a hand clapping emoji, and then when someone reaches out, he just says yes. It's almost like Alex Rodriguez does not have a personality. Oh, but us at ESPN too, we think it's a brilliant idea to put the most basic, boring, and this is not me going, oh, Ryan Hoppe, Michael K, and Alex Rodriguez are more famous than you. So by you critiquing their ripoff of the Manning cast, you just wish you had their gig. I do. But what I'm saying is it is awful. So Michael K is like the TV announcer for the Yankees. And he's got a popular sports show in New York City because there's nothing else on because Mike Francesa retired. And Craig Carton, he yells at gambling and I went to prison for it. So Michael K is very popular in New York amongst Yankee fans. Nationwide, no, but Yankee fans, yes. And then Alex Rodriguez played for the Yankees. And they're copying the Manning cast where they're watching the game. And the Manning cast was with Peyton and Eli Manning. They would bring on other famous athletes and quarterbacks and celebrities, and they would crack jokes while watching Monday Night Football. But the reason that was funny was because they're brothers, they're blood, and they're talking to other players like Phillip Rivers. It was captivating TV. Like, they're going to probably have Ben Roethlisberger on next year and not talk about the 2010 allegations, which everyone seems to overlook. Like, you can't take away the genuineness of the Manning cast because it's real conversation. But oh yeah, nothing sparks great conversation like two vapid idiots. You got Michael K. Ha 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 ha. I laugh at everything. Ha ha ha. Then you got A-Rod replying with one-word answers on Instagram. Oh, what a TV personality Alex Rodriguez is. Oh, he is just out there. Yeah, he's making money, but the ratings? Yeah. I said, how are the ratings? Because everyone cares about baseball, right? I love how the local news in Tampa was like, opening day for the Tampa Bay Rays was jam-packed. I don't know how long they've been around. I'd say maybe 25, 27 years. I've been here 7 years. But let's just say they've been around 25 years. From what I've heard, the last quarter century, that's how it always is with the Rays, though. What happens is the Rays begin hot. Everyone goes there and takes off of work and gets drunk. And everyone's like, oh, my God, this is the year that the Rays are going to have a huge attendance. And everyone's going to care. And then it fizzles out. That's baseball in general. You're irrelevant, you're boring, and nobody cares.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This has been brought to you by quadpod.com/Ryan Hoppe. When I tell you that quadpod, QOD, POD.com is the best podcasting network out there. I'm a man of my words. I would not lie to you. But the best podcast on there, you know the answer.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Doctors say the life expectancy of the average man is now 76.2 years.
76.2, but I'm already 38.1. I've wasted half my life.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. You can always leave me a voicemail. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Staten Island is an amazing place.
Is it, Kim? You went to the nice part where Colin Joseph's from, not the ghetto part. Oh, I'm sure Pete Davidson's taking you around the really ghetto parts.
Staten Island is an amazing place.
Kim Kardashian has major love for Pete Davidson.
Oh, that's good.
The Skims founder was on Live with Kelly and Ryan on Friday.
Man, she's a beautiful woman. I'm just like listening to this news clip and there's a picture of her in a bikini and I'm like, I like it. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing a podcast and I'm commenting on celebrity news and the B-roll footage of Kim Kardashian is like putting me in a trance. I just wish her sex, Jesus, why does this keep playing? I just wish, because I'm pressing play, I just wish her sex tape was better, man. It just was so average. It's not bad. It's very 2005 filming. Now, the Farrah Abraham tape, oh yeah. She's a naughty girl, man. I ain't saying Kim's not naughty, but Farrah Abraham, oh.
Davidson.
You're not bringing her to Thanksgiving dinner, but you're bringing her to the club.
The Skims founder was on Live with Kelly and Ryan on Friday, where she opened up about going to visit her boyfriend Pete Davidson's hometown of Staten Island, New York, revealing they took a ferry to get there and saying how much she enjoyed visiting.
I wonder how empty the ferry was. I don't imagine them going on like a ferry with other people. I imagine them having a lot of security.
Kim Kardashian comes to New York City, epicenter of kind of the universe. The whole city shuts down. It's like an event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Kelly Ripa's jealous because the only time she's relevant is when she talks about having sex. Which, now that I think about it, that's the same thing that the Kardashians go by. Sex, sex, sex.
So how does he like sneak you into and out of
the ferry?
Staten Island?
Yeah, Ryan's helping her. He's like, man, Kelly and her jealousy, she's really droning on with this question. Ryan Seacrest is like, I'm going to save you. Ferry.
Ferry.
Staten Island.
Yeah, the ferry. We take ferry rides everywhere.
You're so funny. I mean, you're as funny as the Big Bang Theory. Also, her house is really nice. It's really nice. It's very Kardashian. There's a lot of white in the wall. That is our favorite color.
I don't know. It's been
pew pew
everywhere. I don't know. It's always been super low key every time we go to Staten Island. I feel like that's like the fun part of it is we can just chill and be low key and
people want to move out of Staten Island. And Kim's like, I love it here. And Pete's mansion, that looks like my mansion. So it's like I'm in Beverly Hills. I don't really see him walking around the bad parts. Like, hey, you guys jerked off to her before. You want to come hang out? Like he goes up to the sketchy people. Oh, Jesus, my neighbors are walking by. He goes up to the sketchy people at the corner of the block. And Pete's like, hey, Kim Kardashian. You want to meet her? Yeah, he's not taking her to the sketchy parts.
And ride around and see all the fun, like hometown stuff, and
yeah, the nice neighborhoods.
Sneak in and out of places. Staten Island has surprisingly been so low key for us.
Because you fly in your private jet. You ain't going through JFK Airport. Shut up.
Hasn't been holding back recently when sharing about her relationship with the Saturday Night Live comedian.
It's been a good midlife crisis.
She recently shared a PDA-filled post on Instagram captioned, quote, "Late night snack."
Oh, yeah.
Access Hollywood spoke with Kim at the premiere of her new Hulu show, The Kardashians, recently, and she spoke about the Met Gala, Pete, and more.
I love you at the Met Gala every year.
I just want a celebrity reporter, when they ask about the Met Gala, I just want them to just be honest. I just want them to be like, your dress was kind of skanky.
I love you at the Met Gala every year. You have some sickening looks. Like, this is insane. It's
Kiss her ass already.
so iconic.
So iconic.
Will you be able to see this year?
Yes, I will be able to see this year. I am going. It really depends if I fit into my dress.
That makes it even better.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Tight.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. For all the info, RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Finally, I'm one of those guys who can't wait to get to work in the morning. Like a dairy cow.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
What the hell is going on with these two dirtbag sociopaths? All of them.
The testimony is shocking and as personal as it gets.
They engaged in what I saw as mutual abuse.
When Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were married, they went to this therapist to save their marriage.
She looks like a therapist they'd go to. Kind of a plain Jane, a little uptight.
And now she's spilling the beans in this videotaped testimony played in court at Depp's $50 million defamation suit against ex-wife Amber Heard.
Whoever pulled that out, I don't know if that was Amber's lawyers that did it or Johnny, but man, whoever pulled that out, that is like crazy. Like, you really don't have privacy. Even your shrink was like, yeah, I ain't dealing with this.
He claims an op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post falsely painted him as an abusive husband.
I mean, he kind of was.
Therapist Dr. Laurel Anderson.
I mean, I wasn't there, but he doesn't seem like he never did anything bad. Like, maybe not that often, but I don't think you could honestly go out. You could honestly go out there and be like, Johnny Depp never did anything wrong.
The couple had a toxic marriage.
Duh.
He had been well controlled, I think, for almost 20, 30 years. And then with Ms. Heard, he was triggered.
She said Amber told her she was the target of her husband's verbal cruelty.
Oh, so that means you can poop on a bed?
Mr.
Logical and classy. I don't really think of Amber Heard as classy.
Depp says to her, "No one likes you. You're getting fame from me. I'm falling out of love with you. You're a whore."
Is that false?
Also giving testimony, Amber's former assistant, Kate James, who was fired by Amber. There is apparently no love lost between these two.
Multiple times screaming at me over the phone, barrages of abusive text messages.
I will see you next Tuesday.
She described Amber as extremely difficult.
She leapt up out of her chair, put her face approximately 4 inches from my face. She was spitting in my face and telling me how dare I ask for the salary I was asking for.
I wonder if that's the only time she spits.
According to the assistant, Amber was not fond of Depp's friends.
She told me she didn't like hanging out in his house with his friends because it was boring and they were all old men playing guitars and it wasn't interesting to her.
I don't think anything is. She doesn't seem like there's much going on up there. Oh, what a philosopher Amber Heard is.
Happy Hot Topic!
Travis Barker is clapping back at an internet troll making fun of his PDA with Kourtney Kardashian.
That is proof that he cares. If you're responding to haters and not just blocking them, you care. You're bored. You want everybody to like you and can't admit that you're going to have a lot of people that hate you. Like, in radio, Neil Rogers is regarded as one of the best talk show hosts ever. And if you listen to old shows from the 80s, he talks about The fact that newspaper articles were always being written about him that he sucks. Everybody on Reddit says that Howard sucks and he's got a lot of fans. Everything will always have haters. So when you got Travis Barker, oh, I thought Courtney and him were so in the moment in love. Why are you responding to haters? If they don't know you, they wouldn't say it to your face. It takes a while to realize it. You would have to be a sociopath not to be hurt by a hater's comments. Listen, it sucks when you get a hater's comments. Nobody, unless you truly are a sociopath and you think you're above everything, like most people on radio, you literally will look at a tweet, and if it is mean, it hurts. It sucks seeing it. It sucks blocking a person, but then you move on. You don't respond. That's small dick energy. And I thought Travis Barker was packing, bro.
They are so happy
because they're on camera. I don't promote Pete and Kim because I'm angry at them for not wanting to be famous.
Seem so in love and never stop making out, by the way, like ever.
The Kardashians having sex in front of each other, that's never happened before.
Over the weekend, after sharing photos of himself working out, a user hits up the drummer's comment section and sarcastically asks, "No Kardashian finger up the ass, tongue, intestines,
Naughty.
nudity, PDA, etc., anymore? Slacking."
Getting called out.
Travis fires back with a cheeky response, writing, "Still got the finger up the ass, and my intestines were totally nude and full PDA with my fiance."
Oh, shut up. You were laying there both farting from dinner.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area. This should be played at high volume.
You are physically repulsive.
Whoa, hey! Oh, hey! It's like a koala bear cracked a rainbow in my brain!
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com and ryanhopperadio.com.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go! And as a quick reminder, if you're listening live on zradiolive.com, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Mixcloud, Deezer are all the platforms that you can listen to Happy Hour anytime, anywhere. There's never a reason to miss out on Happy Hour.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
I'm not going to play too much of this next clip, but man, the media can now let go of the Will Smith slap.
You wrote a much talked about opinion.
This is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who just runs his mouth about everybody. Usually accurate, but like, shut up, old man.
You wrote a much talked about opinion about the slap and what it meant. And can you expand upon that, about what you thought about that moment?
Please, talk about March 2022 again.
And how it affected people.
I just felt that Will's wife really should have been given some consideration as to, how she felt about it.
I don't think she cared, bro. She's a sociopath. She doesn't feel things besides 24-year-old penis.
And what she wanted to do about it. And, I mean, they just ignored her altogether. And I didn't think that made much sense,
When you really look back on it a month later, it really is crazy.
she's the one that would have been offended if...
Oh, whatever, Kareem. Like, he's cool. He's one of the best ever, but God, he's an attention whore. Speaking of attention whores.
Rebel Wilson is setting the record straight. The Pitch Perfect alum took to her Instagram story on Monday to shut down rumors about how she lost weight, slamming a story that claimed no details regarding her slim down, writing, quote, "This was never my diet, please stop writing this stuff." The 42-year-old continued clarifying about her health journey, writing in part, "Also have never endorsed any diet pills or magic weight loss pills or..."
Oh, that was the other accounts.
Cryptocurrency. If you see stuff like this online, please report it as a scam.
I guess it was.
She also said that if she ever does endorse something, fans will, quote, see it only as official posts on her official and verified social media.
Makes sense.
The Bridesmaids alum concluded the post by saying, "Don't want anyone to get scammed. Love you guys."
All right. You're really looking out for us. Rebel Wilson is a woman of the people.
Rebel has been open about her health journey. Previously in January 2020, she posted an Instagram writing about how she planned on embarking on a, quote, year of health.
Oh, that's good. We're so proud of you.
Later in December 2021, she spoke with BBC World Service and revealed why she wanted to share the news on social media.
Because
for attention, and no one's really talking about Rebel Wilson anymore. When's the last time someone was like, oh my God, I'm a fan of Rebel Wilson?
Why she wanted to share the news on social media.
Because I did want to make a lasting change and I wanted to be accountable to myself for it. So
do it without posting on social media. You got to let everybody know because you're bored. You got really nothing going on. I'm sure you're getting acting roles or whatever, but you're very 2012.
Making it very public kind of.
Rebel Wilson's funny.
Helped. It was risky, I guess. Because before I had lost weight and then put it back on and, you know, you get criticism sometimes for that.
Why do you care? I'm not saying that when I get messages that are mean, I don't care, but life's so short. Why would you care? They wouldn't say it to your face. And even if they said it to your face, you could easily get away by slapping somebody in this woke culture.
It is my understanding that Harry has come over to Europe. He's made this detour to the UK, very much wanting to meet with some of his family.
Yeah, he's like, I'm kind of missing out on you. Meghan's kind of being a bitch.
He was very keen to see.
Those words are of him, not of me. I would never call Meghan Markle a bitch.
Some of his family. He was very keen to see his grandmother. He's very keen to see his father. And that he is hoping that these talks will be the beginning of a thaw in what up until now has been a very icy relationship.
Life's so short, oh God. How are we going to get along? Your blood, figure it out. It's because they think they're living forever that they can just deal with this forever. Oh, by the year 2400, we'll finally get along. Because there is love for each other. So if William were to die tomorrow, Harry would regret it. Like, come on.
And Harry...
Why am I acting like I care?
I'm told suggested perhaps that they might get some sort of a mediator in on these talks to make some progress. It was something that he has suggested to his...
What a cute voice.
...father. He's made it very clear that he wants to sort things out. He wants things to be...
Then do it now. Fly your private jet and hang out with Prince Andrew. What are you waiting for?
Improved.
We got to wait for the exact date that we can have all the paparazzi showing us hanging out. We can't just have a human moment.
Hearing that he wants to be over here for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebration.
I don't care anymore. 856-49-HOPPY. This next headline is sad to remind you that we're not going to be here forever, that someday we'll be dead.
DJ K-Slay has passed away at the age of 55. The hip-hop legend, whose real name is Keith Grayson, reportedly died on Sunday following a 4-month battle with COVID-19. Hot 97 confirmed the news, sharing a statement from his family.
I felt like I was able to, not that I did a manifest of his death, but literally 9 hours before, I was listening to old Hot 97 mixes. It was hip-hop radio. They used to premiere all the new radio in New York City. I was watching Power, Raising Kanan, the third series of Power, and one of the characters was talking about wanting to have their hip-hop music submitted to the radio show Stretch and Bobito. And they premiered like Nas and Rakim and all these famous rappers. And I think even Biggie, they played some of Biggie's work early on. And when I heard that, I Googled it. I'm like, I must check out this Stretch and Bobito show. And then I found out that the rapper Pete Rock had a show. I found out all these things. So I was like sitting around at like midnight because all these shows would air at midnight in New York City and they have a midnight vibe. And I was listening to it. And I'm pretty sure I listened to like 5 minutes of K-Flay and then he dies the next day. Sorry, bro.
That said, our hearts are broken by the passing of Keith Grayson, professionally known as DJ K-Slay. A dominant figure in hip-hop culture with millions of fans worldwide, DJ K-Slay will be remembered for his passion and excellence, with a legacy that will transcend generations. The disc jockey hosted the Drama Hour on Hot 97 for more than 2 decades, and released a number of his own studio albums throughout his career. His family added, "In memory of DJ K-Slay, our family wishes to thank all of his friends, fans, and supporters for their prayers and well wishes during this difficult time. We ask that you respect our privacy as we grieve this tragic loss."
If you were a fan of him, don't do any speculation, Wendy Williams. Just let the man rest in peace. We're all going there.
The hip-hop community mourned his loss shortly after news of his untimely death made waves online, paying tribute to the late icon on social media.
Rest in peace, my man. Rest in peace, my man. What the hell's going on with Hugh Jackman?
And it's boring.
Hugh Jackman's wife, Deborah Lee Furness, is once again shutting down rumors about her husband's sexuality. The pair had been married.
He loves vagina!
For 26 years and have dealt with rumors regarding Hugh's sexuality before.
Yeah. They gotta have that perfect marriage. He's so manly. I'm sure he's into a lot of other things. Nebraska Avenue.
But on Sunday's episode of the Not an Overnight Success podcast, the 66-year-old Australian actress said she is completely over the gossip.
Yeah, I can't take it. Why do all these celebrities care about outside comments? They wouldn't say it to your face, and if they did, you could slap them. Or Hugh Jackman could put all his inner Wolverine and scratch him. That wouldn't be the first time he scratched somebody on the back.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
When you're a celebrity, you're so open slather to people wanting to say negative things. I mean, Hugh's been gay for whatever. I mean, hello, guys. If he was gay, he could be gay. He didn't have to hide in the closet anymore.
Yeah, I realized when I went to break that I forgot to play that. But yeah, that's what they're saying. They're just come out already. Who cares? Life's too short. This following segment is brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. 2800 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. AmirAcademy.com.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
What are you looking at? Loser! You're a loser!
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
Today, in the news sparking fear into us, more COVID talk.
When you talk about returning to work.
Yeah, Jane, you look like a real Jane.
Different employers, different companies, different work environments, and different occupations will have different safety protocols.
Yeah, it's awkward, man.
First and foremost,
I love the inner annoyance because some places like at my job, you have to be vaccinated, and if you're not, you have to wear a mask. So you'll see the people that like wear masks at work, and then they look at you as I'm not wearing a mask, so I'm obviously vaccinated. And there's a real tense energy between vaccinated and unvaccinated people that has not been talked about.
First and foremost,
I don't care. I just did it, so I don't have to wear a mask. Oh, put a shot in my body.
First and foremost, it bears repeating an emphasis that vaccination and boosting is still your best way to protect yourself.
You know what I think Good Morning America is? Good Morning America is, they're like, how the hell can we, here's what Good Morning America is. The CDC calls Good Morning America. They're like, hi, how's it going? Because it's pretty easy to get on Good Morning America from what I've heard from famous people. Like it's, if you got anything going on, you can go on Good Morning America for 5 minutes. If you have money and the access, you can go on Good Morning America. And the CDC called Good Morning America and was like, hey, how's it going? No one's really talking about us lately. Could you just talk about the safe ways to go into the workplace? What we should be talking about is why people have to go into the workplace. None of us want to be around each other. That's the most boomer thing. Let's go into an office where there's a lot of tension and egos and backstabbing. That's going to really lead to a successful work environment. Why not work from home? We're a family. Man, I know my family's messed up, but Jesus Christ.
The nationwide mask mandates for planes and public transit struck down by a federal judge just days after the CDC extended it. Now,
yeah, we don't really care about those douchebags.
Biden administration says masks are no longer required.
I love how Michael says Biden.
Now the Biden administration says masks are no longer required. Our transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at one of the busiest airports in the country, Newark Airport, with the big changes. Good morning, Gio.
That's a cool job. I'm a transportation expert. I messed that bit up.
Hey, Michael, and it is very, very busy here this morning. And I can tell you, just looking around here, a lot of people really heard this judge's ruling loud and clear. So looking around this...
Hell yeah, I was excited. I was like, enough of that mask. I love the pretentious liberals. Well, you guys can do that, okay? I'm going to be over here masked up, okay? Okay, who cares? Do you want to have a mask worn in your casket? Oh, my God.
Morning. I'd say about half the people here are still wearing a mask. Many are not, though, including some employees. Now, according to the federal government, it is entirely up to you whether you...
Up to you. I love how you said that. Up to you.
Employees. Now, according to the federal government, it is entirely up to you whether you wear one at U.S. airports.
Masks are no
I can see that guy when he's banging a girl. He's like, time to pull out.
longer required on U.S. domestic flights.
This morning, a sight we haven't seen in more than a year.
Yeah, more like 2 years, bro.
Mask now optional.
That's a guy forgetting that COVID began 2 years ago, which is unbelievable. Hell yeah.
Travelers maskless on planes and walking through airports after a major reversal. A federal judge in Florida striking down the mask mandate.
Hell yeah. That means we're going to have even more expensive rent because everyone's going to move here. Oh, but you guys voted blue? Yeah, don't come here. Oh, all of the politicians like Gavin Newsom and all the guys that put down the mask mandate, which I love when the liberals were, and I'm not political. I hate the right. I haven't voted for 10 years since Obama. So this is not me ripping into one side and I prefer the other side. Joe Biden fucking sucks and Trump sucks. But hear me out. I love when all the liberal people like Eric Garcetti, I believe that's his name, the mayor of Los Angeles, and Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, they're like, mask up. In San Francisco, you had the harshest mask rules ever, mandates. And then you had the liberals like Nancy Pelosi 2 years ago getting her hair done in the beginning of the pandemic. And then you had Gavin Newsom on vacation. They're just rubbing it in. You really are a sheep if you're like, I'm going to mask up. I'm going to shame you too.
Public transportation. The Biden...
Because I know everything. Because I watch Anderson Cooper every night.
Administration saying masks are no longer required on planes, trains, buses, and transportation hubs.
That's good. 856-49 Hoppe. Oh, it's Bridgerton.
It's home to some of the biggest hits in streaming, including the wildly popular second season of Bridgerton.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about Netflix, which is irrelevant.
While Netflix continues to dominate with shows like Inventing Anna, the streaming giant has said it expected to add 2.5 million subscribers during the first quarter of 2022, far below the nearly 4 million it added this time last year.
Because your programming sucks. It's a bunch of woke documentaries and a bunch of woke comedians. That's what I want to hear. Comedians that are mentally ill telling me how to live my life. Patton Oswalt, please preach to me, you weirdo. No wonder Netflix is in debt. They overpay comedians, and then they have like 2 good shows a year. And the one that I like is Ozark. Oh yeah, let me pay $18 a month to look at movies that I don't want to watch. What a service.
This quarter is going to be very telling for Netflix because it usually tells a broader story of how the landscape is looking for a lot of the other streamers as well.
Or maybe people are going to Hulu and HBO Max. Oh, this is the logic of the news reporter. Oh, because people are leaving Netflix, that means everyone's leaving all the platforms. And we're news reporters on basic TV, and we want you guys to come back.
With more streaming services saturating the market.
Saturating. Like they're acting like, oh, it's a big... I love when people complain, oh, you're paying for 7-8 services. Well, it's the same thing as paying for cable, but you can have whatever you want at any time. Did you really think like 10 years ago that it was only going to be $15 a month? Listen to the condescending words of these news reporters. You can tell they have an agenda to keep cable alive.
It usually tells a broader story of how the landscape is looking for a lot of the other streamers as well.
Yeah. With more streaming services saturating the market, competition to attract new subscribers is fierce. At the height of the pandemic, when people were stuck at home, the demand for new programs to binge watch was a huge boom for Netflix. But as COVID numbers decline, people are going out again and finding other ways to chill. As a
oh yeah, that guy's funny.
Result, Netflix subscriptions have slowed. Password sharing, which the company encouraged in a 2017 tweet, is now cutting into its bottom line.
Yeah, they're regretting that tweet now.
The tune of $6 billion a year.
That's a lot of money. Whatever. We will live. And then if there's really a show that I want to watch, because Netflix acting is just so cliche. HBO, stars, I have a hard time. So with my speech impediment, I can say every other word, but ST words I can't do. Let's do take 2. When you have a service like Stars that has the Power universe, Power Book 1, Book 2, and Book 3, some of the best TV ever. You're not getting that on Netflix.
They're cracking down, making it harder for friends and family to share.
Whatever. Trust me, with some of these marriages, they'll figure out how to share their wives, share their husbands.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Sharing is caring.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah, just go to RyanHoppeRadio.com. It's a good time. You're going to have a fun time, man. It's going to be great.
Bored. Bored. Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Now, this next headline's a surprise and will be short-lived.
Forget Taylor and Drake. The real duo we all need is Lizzo and Adele. Ow. Turns out these two are really tight, and Lizzo told Andy Cohen why they click.
We really are super similar, and we don't really with too many people, but we with each other. And it's so funny, at SNL, she texted me. I hadn't heard from her in a minute, but
I bet their conversations are pretentious. Here's me and my $500,000 bottle of wine.
I was looking at her photo because it's right outside the dressing rooms, and she texted me. It was like, "I hope you kill it this weekend, babes." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I'm looking at you. Why you? So she's so supportive, and she really believes in me. She's with me for years.
Oh, that's good.
Now, on the Radio Andy podcast, Lizzo also confirmed that she got a man.
Oh, hell yeah. That guy's going to regret it soon.
Uh-huh. You were photographed in LA in February at Craig's with a mystery man. Are you guys still together?
Whoa!
Oh, God. Can you imagine laying next to that? Now we know what it sounds like living right next door to them at 2 a.m.
Cody Simpson reveals what really led to his breakup with Miley Cyrus. Almost 2 years after the couple called it quits,
Yeah, she's a sociopathic imbecile.
the singer and competitive swimmer is opening up about why the pair ultimately ended things.
He's going to be classy about it.
In an interview with Australia's The Kyle and Jackie O Show,
One of my favorite shows, hands down. Kyle Sandilands is a legend. So is Jackie O. One of the best shows ever.
Cody's heartfelt tone seems to be one of acceptance.
It's kind of a mutual decision between us, knowing that we were sort of going in different directions in our life.
Yeah, he was tired of being cheated on because she's just a cheater. No one talks about that when she was dating Caitlyn Carter, that she was engaged or married to Liam. And then didn't she cheat on Caitlyn Carter with Cody Simpson? If your relationship began as cheating, it's going to end, bro. That's not going to last forever.
Celeb adds, we had a great, amazing year together and everything. We lived together during all the COVID lockdown stuff.
That sucks. I'm sorry, bro.
Cody reveals his athletic career had a major role in parting ways. He explains, I had just started training at that point, so my life was changing, and I knew I was going to have to move back to Australia to
the women there are more pretty anyway. Compared to Miley, anything else.
Do it properly and professionally. And she was just going into her whole album, was going to be going out on tour. It was a fork in the road kind of scenario, really.
Yeah.
He and Cyrus called it quits in August 2020 after...
Any decision that Lizzo makes is a fork in the road.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This has been brought to you by FitzAgeFitness.com, WestChasePrinting.com, AmirAcademy.com, and RichKBarber.com. All right, we're going to come back and wrap up everything.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What are you looking at? Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby!
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Coming up on Season 5 of Red Table Talk.
Oh no, I have HPV.
We're rolling, everybody quiet on the set, please.
Jada Pinkett Smith makes her return to the red table following the Oscars slap heard around the globe.
Oh, wow.
Red Table Talk is returning to Facebook Watch with new episodes starting on Wednesday.
I might watch that, no offense.
And in a teaser for the new...
Or maybe I'll just let the celebrity news reporters recap it for me. I don't know if my life's long enough to watch all of that.
Episodes starting on Wednesday. And in a teaser for the new season, it looks like Jada, her daughter Willow Smith, and her mom Adrienne Banfeld Norris will
Are sociopaths?
sit down with Kim Basinger.
Oh, yeah. Because she's the authority on successful relationships.
I wouldn't leave the house. I would no longer go to dinner. I had to relearn to drive.
Oh, wow. A bunch of... Never mind.
And Kim's daughter with Alec Baldwin, Ireland Baldwin.
Yeah. You're a pig! And then Alec, 15 years later, why don't you like me as a father?
I have been in physical abusive relationships. I have been in emotional, verbal, very gaslit, manipulative relationships. I've been through a lot of different kinds of abuse.
Yeah. The worst one of them all is having Alec Baldwin as your father.
Tinder swindler victim Eileen Charlotte.
Yeah, well, you let that happen. I don't feel bad for that. Oh, I'm such a victim because I fell for something that didn't seem to be true, but I wanted it to be true.
Well, you're also extra lonely because you had a full house during COVID. Well, it's still ongoing, but...
Shut up, Ellen.
At the height of it, your daughter...
At the height of it. Just admit it's over. It's over.
...were home, and now they're gone, so it's an empty house.
Bye. Michelle Obama.
She sounds a little uptight. I wonder what it's like when her and Barack Obama make love. But it's a time.
Obama is saying bye-bye to her now adult daughters as her and
Go make your own money.
Her husband, former U.S. President Barack Obama, are now back to being empty nesters.
Hell yeah, freedom, freedom.
The former First Lady made an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show and opened up about what it was like having 20-year-old Sasha and 23-year-old Malia at home during the pandemic.
What's weird? Jesus, can this pause? Never mind. Why am I talking about things? I have been for the last 90 minutes. 856-49-HOPPY. What I'm saying is there's B-roll footage in this video that shows the president and Michelle and the two kids back in 2014. And you're like, oh my God, the kids are grown up. But what's weird, I'm not even going with the thing of, oh my God, everyone's getting older. That's not the aspect I'm saying right now. What I'm saying is, it's weird to think that the amount of time between 1986 to 2000, you know those like math equations about the same amount of time that give you crises? Well, I'm having one right now because think about how technology between the time of 1986 to 2000 was different. It's so weird to think that. I'm not saying there hasn't been differences between 2008 to 2022, but the difference in the 14 years of 2008 to 2022 and 1986 to 2000 is this picture that I'm looking at from 14 years ago. This picture looks like it could have been taken 2 days ago. You go, oh my God.
It's like with them being gone again.
It was an extra special treat to have them that little bit of time because
oh man, she sounds like a broken down woman.
Being with them as adults it's fun. I mean, I love them at every age.
No, you don't.
That was Sasha's graduation.
Oh God, she sounds uptight. I bet Michelle's he's such an angel to be around.
From high school. She is in college and they're doing well and
God, I feel old.
They are just amazing young women.
How old are they now?
23 and 20. Women, I know, it's scary.
Ellen went on.
Oh man, sounds like she's going through a crisis.
Gwyneth Paltrow's kids are not afraid to share their real opinions with their famous mom.
I bet she's going to love that when they're 15 years old. Goop sucks.
The 49-year-old actress revealed on her Goop newsletter on Monday that her two kids, 17-year-old Apple and 16-year-old Moses, changed her phone's lock screen.
They got you.
After seeing a shirtless picture of her husband, Brad Falchuk.
That is gross. Her and her husband and Kelly Ripa and their husband need to just have that threesome already. Or foursome, whatever it'd be.
Quote, my lock screen was a picture of Brad without his shirt on. And my kids were so traumatized that they picked up the phone and took this selfie. She wrote in her company newsletter alongside a sweet snap of her two kids.
Kids, just know that at night when you hear mom saying, oh God, she's not praying.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over.
Money. And like that, he's gone.